Welcome to this episode of Deebo and Joe. I am your host, James Deebo Harrison, and I'm here with my co-host, Joe Haden. Please make sure you guys like and subscribe. You don't want to miss. How you doing today, Joe?
Man, I'm doing good, Deebo. I'm doing well, man. How you doing?
I'm doing real good, man. Listen here, man. Before we get started, man, I got something to talk about, man.
Yeah,
This fine that they gave what is it, Saint Pierre Brown,
St.
whatever.
Brown. Yes,
Saint
yes,
Brown? Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Is idiotic. Y'all need to find yourself for letting it go out if that's the case, if you feel so strongly about it. Because you bleep out everything else. You
Mhm.
bleep out shit, damn, bullshit, fuck, motherfucker, all this stuff. You bleep all that out. But this right here, you're finding him for it. You ought to find yourself for not having some type of delay if y'all feel that strongly about what he said. Because he said, I run this shit. I done heard you bleep out shit. I done heard people say I run this shit. So it gotta be the nigga.
Yeah. I hear you. This is the one part where I'm saying like a lot of this stuff is getting caught live where when the refs are announcing the call, like when my man Jackson Smith said, "This is some bullshit" to the ref, and he was about to hit him upside the head with
Uh-huh.
a flag. You know what I'm saying? Like that shit was crazy. He was looking at the ref. Ref was looking at him like, man, like I could literally throw a 15-yard flag at you right now. So I understand what you're saying. So sometimes things on live can get caught. So it's like you're understanding. Is it because he said the nigga word? Is that why he got
Gotta
fined?
be
Because people, when you say the delays, certain things are going to get caught because those air bombs.
42,000, bro.
$42,000. Understand that's so. What I'm trying to get
Where
the
hey, where the NFLPA at, man? Where them bum ass niggas? Where they at? Like where in your contract, where in the collective bargaining agreement to say you get fined for saying nigga 42,000?
there's
This is
no
crazy.
there's not, and then at the same time when you're on the field, this is what people are. We're on the field. If there was people getting fined for everything that was said on the field, that's not okay. Like people are out there, they're getting cussed out. The ref got just
Mm-hmm.
cussed out by Jackson Smith, like on the field. There's some bullshit. Like, are they not going to fine him $43,000 for it? So it's like, don't be begging and
Hey,
choosing,
hold up.
picking.
Now, if you fine him 43,000 for that, then you got to fine everybody else for every cuss word that come out
That,
there. That
that's
is
why
normal
that's what
talk conversation through the whole process. And I think then they got so sensitive with this word nigga. Like he's not saying it in a like derogatory type, hey
Mhm.
nigger,
Yeah,
coon, all
yeah.
that other
Not
stuff.
not
Like,
not hard, not hard R.
yes, not hard R.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't say that anyway.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you know
what I'm
what I'm
saying. No,
saying?
he's
Like,
he's saying it couldn't and just he's just talking shit.
no question. 100% talking shit. So if you go back and they caught the bullshit, right? So if they catch that bullshit and they go and find him for that, now these dudes, they can't even talk no more. You can't even say nothing.
It's the heat of the moment. It's the battle when dudes is playing. Like dudes get riled up. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the game, you'll dap it up with dudes, whatever. But you say some things that are definitely out of characteristic. Dudes are out there blacking out, like legitimately, because you're playing hard and emotions get high. So you say some stuff, and it is what it
Mm-hmm.
is. But at the end of the day, if you're just literally walking and stepping, they trying to find people
No
for everything
question.
they say,
No question. Look
that's
here, look
crazy.
here, look here, man. This is what needs to happen. St. Brown needs to call the NFLPA, the leadership of the NFLPA, and be like,
Mhm.
yo, what's up? Do something.
Help
All
me.
right, come on, do something. What you
Mhm.
just got to what the executive what he got partial, whatever it is. Listen, that's why I gotta run for NFLPA. That's why I gotta be the guy there. You ain't gonna have
Mhm.
nobody there that's gonna fight for you like me.
Yeah.
I know what you go through. I done played the game at every level. I've been a practice squad player. I've been a dude making minimum. I've been a dude making a lot. What are you talking? I've been fined for all kind of bullshit.
Mhm.
You need somebody there that's gonna fight for you. Go talk to the NFLPA, see what they go do. I ain't heard people word out of them since this happened. They should have been going hard for him
Mhm.
immediately. Where they at? Listen, I'm James Harrison, and I approve this message. James Harrison, NFLPA Executive Director. Let's go.
Let's get it, Debo. I feel you. That's that. I understand where you're coming from when you're saying about if you're gonna start finding dudes for what every word that they say while they're on the field, that is something that you're gonna open up a whole different bag of worms. If it's because he's saying the N word, the nigga word, that's something that you're uncomfortable with NFL, you like that's not in the rule book. You know what I'm saying? So it opens up a whole different bag of worms. I don't think they want to get involved in because you caught my man Jackson Smith, if that's the case, cussing out the ref. And that's just
What
what
you
goes
do?
down out there.
What you go do?
What you gonna do?
Hey, listen, man, you walking a thin line right there if you go and find him for that. So you saying you could cuss, you just can't cuss while when they go here.
And
If
they can
that's
hear
what
you.
they do, I don't know. So if that's the case, what you need to do
If you're gonna cuss,
is
don't get caught.
no. You need to find
That's what
your
they
damn
trying.
self too for having the mic live and everything else. Y'all need to get a good 30-second delay so you can bleep that out. So that way you don't get fined, they don't get fined. Whatever you find them, you need to find yourself 20 times as much for letting it get out there. Bums.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
Bum ass niggas.
It's that
Yeah.
it's them live sound
Get
bombs that's
out
gonna catch
here,
them every
man.
time.
It made me come about it, man. See, listen, man, I'll be trying, man. I'll be trying, bro. Listen, man, let's get to this
We try to
game,
keep
man.
this part.
Now, this Seattle Cardinals game, bro. I did not see this thing going and ending up where it was at 20-23, dude. Like
Mm.
the first quarter, I'm thinking, something go happen. It's gonna go wild, like, but not really. I think the biggest thing that happened was the fourth down that Seattle went for. They didn't convert it. When they didn't convert that, they gave Arizona a short field. And hell, I think the second play, dude, Arizona had an interception. Yeah, they had an
Yes,
interception.
they had a pick
They
early
got
on.
lucky. It got back. They got it back. And then they were
That
able to, I think they hit a run for maybe like 10, 15. They got a face mask that
yeah.
advanced another
He went to
15.
throw a 10. The first pick that they got was when he went to throw the dig to Marvin Harrison Jr. And
Yeah.
he quit on the route. That was the one thing I didn't like. You gotta keep
I
running
wouldn't I
that.
wouldn't say he quit on. I would say he
He
didn't
stopped.
think that it was going to go to
He's
him,
gonna go
so
that
he
way. Okay, no,
slowed
no.
down,
So he
stopped.
slowed
Yeah,
down trying to
even if
make
he had from the way he threw it, even if he had dug through that, I don't think he would have still caught it.
no, I don't think he would have caught it, but at least we could have played D. We could have played DB. We could at least broke it up.
Yeah,
Like try to,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Your quarterback was believing it. So that was the one. And then they ended up getting that back though, you know.
yeah, yeah. And
But
then like I
so
said, they moved, got a little run, a penalty advance, and then false start basically made them have to settle for the field goal. So,
mhm.
but Seattle comes right out. I think it was 6, 7 plays. They
Yep.
had a pass of like 12. The touchdown was 16. A run
Sam
for close
Darnold.
to like 10. Another one for 21. They 7-3 now. I'm thinking it's about to be they about to roll them or something. And then the
Yeah.
first possession they get back, Arizona, he gets sacked like 2 times. No, he gets sacked once. I think it was second down, then it was a scramble on the
Mhm.
third, and they end up having to punt. Um, I don't know, right? I don't know. I'm thinking then like it's more of a, I don't know. It's maybe it might end up being a possessional thing. First quarter, people don't sometimes don't play up to the potential that they could, be playing to.
Mhm.
And then Marvin goes and he was just out of character, I guess. He dropped the pass, they tip, interception. Seattle gets the ball, they're driving, and the dang on running back, he stalls him out. You going throw the ball at him. You got to talk to him without a flag. You got to point the ball at him without a flag. And then you said, the hell with it, let me throw it. And now you get
Mhm.
10. You killed the
Yeah.
drive.
Yes. Yes.
Oh man, dude.
Self-inflicted wounds on the Seahawks part on that part. Just a little discipline, like the holding. We had a holding a little bit later, and then
Hmm.
on that play, you know what I'm saying? So I think they definitely a lot of the stuff that happened to them was more they can be in control of it. It's just emotions. Like you can't you on a holding and then on that play, like you said, he got away with the first thing. Taunton put the ball up to his face, and then he still threw the ball at him. I'm like, Walker, that's the triple crown joint. You definitely gonna get
Right. You ain't know when to stop. You ain't know when good
no.
enough. It was
Hmm.
good enough. Arizona do nothing with the ball. Seattle come back out. They hit like a 32, 24. I think dude scrambled for about 15, 20. And then, the PI, that put them right there. They score again. It's 13 to, no, it's 14-3 then.
14-3.
Yeah. And, basically at the end of the half, Kyler is almost picked on the first one, and then he's sacked and pressured, and the
Yep.
half ends. So
Hmm.
you go out there, and I think Darnold went like he didn't have a bunch of yards, like maybe 8 of 11, something like that, for 120, 125.
Hmm.
Kyler, he had 2 picks, 14 to 23. I don't even think it was 100 yards, like 80, 85 yards, something like that. And Arizona only had like 107 yards, bro.
Yeah.
Like
In the first half.
in the first half. That's not what you
Yeah.
want that's not what you want to start, dude.
No, no, not at all. And then legitimately with those first two, he had 2 picks, 2 turnovers in the first half. They ended up getting one back, and then they got 3 points off of with a field goal.
Mhm.
But that's not going to be that's not what you need on your offense for sure.
No question. But then AZ, they come out begin the third. The boys get a sack fumble, but they let Seattle recover it. And they end up getting three up out of that. So we had what, 13, 3 to 17,
Seventeen
something
three,
like that.
17
Yeah.
3.
Dude, again, Kyler was under pressure all night, dude. Like,
He got sacked 6 times.
yes, dude. The next possession, dude, he's pressured. They get a holding call.
Hmm.
Like, then they got a punt again. Like it's but the
Hmm.
defense did finally show up though. They did 3 and out, I think a couple possessions later or something like that.
Third quarter
Um
defense was good.
okay, yeah. So that's. They did a 3 and out. I think Arizona was driving the ball, but I think they got sacked twice. Yeah, they got sacked twice and ended up having to settle for a field goal that got behind the change. So you know how that go.
I think that was because basically they had the Jackson Smith for jig, but they had to run. They got it all the way down there, and then he did the holding. He got called for holding.
Mhm.
He almost got the double flag because that's when he pulled out to the ref. They caught him walking by him on live TV. Ref, that's some bullshit. And the
Mhm.
referee looked at him like he wanted to
I ain't
see
gonna lie. I
how
don't think
he
that
had
was
the
a
flag.
hold. That's one of them situations where you get hit and you get ran over, and you
You
just,
falling?
the hand goes up. You know what I mean? I don't know if he really pulled him in like they was trying to say he did. I don't
No,
know.
for sure. But that's another play that happened. That was the flag there. It was on him, and that was another play that kind of stalled another one of their drives. I think Seahawks, like I said, they could have beat them by they could I think they could have beat the Cardinals by a lot more. It was more
Yes.
close than it looked, and especially
Mhm.
the Seahawks, the Cardinals played a great fourth quarter. You about to get into that. But at the beginning of the game, it looked like the Seahawks should have definitely been beating them by a lot more than they were.
They should have. They
Play
should have. I
consistent.
mean, they didn't. They didn't. Like I said, you had penalties that slowed them down. Even after it was 16-7, Seattle comes out and they go 14 plays and they only get a field goal because they had
Mhm.
two penalties. One was a holding and the
Yep.
other was a false start. So they
Hmm.
end up settling for another field goal. It was three field goals there that could have turned into 7 points right there.
Yep.
And from that point, Kyler Murray kind of does what he needs to do and takes it sort of into his hands, and he just he's like, you know what, I'm just scrambling up out of here. I think he hit for almost 30, and then they had that
They
huge
had
PI
the huge
that
PI
put him,
call.
yeah, that
Yep.
put him at the 9.
And then
But
turn
then
up
again,
Marvin Harris.
he gets sacked again, and I'm thinking, oh, they about to be stuck. But
Hmm.
Marvin finally comes through 16
Yeah.
yard dude. When he caught that ball, I thought he was about to cry or something. The
Oh,
way
bro,
how long he stayed down there.
because he's been dropping the ball a lot. Like his
Hmm.
season hasn't been going the way he wanted. It's been previous games he's been dropping the ball. So he knows he's good. He knows he's not playing to his ability. And then them two plays before, like him dropping the one and it coming off of his fingertips and turning into a turnover. You know what I'm saying? Like he sees
Yeah.
stuff. He feels very emotional. And I could tell he cares. He wants to be great. So just being able to get in the end zone, you know what I'm saying? Trying to fight back, doing a really good job in the fourth quarter, coming up with some third down conversions and catching that pass. I know it was emotional. You know what I'm saying? Just because
Oh, for
like
sure.
I've been fighting for my fucking
But
life.
I ain't listen,
Can
bro.
I
I
get
ain't gonna
right?
lie to you, bro. After Seattle missed that field goal, you know me. It's signs.
Hmm.
You know
Yeah,
how
you know
I'm trying to get
conspiracy
an
theories.
insight. I'm like, oh man, I think that they gave Arizona a shot now.
Hmm.
And what AZ do? They came back out there, fourth down, they converted that thing, bro. Tied it
Hmm.
up 2020. I'm like, oh my goodness, they might lose this game. And the kicker doesn't get the ball into the drop zone. Puts
Brother.
him at the 45. Darnold completes like a 20, 25 yarder, and then they do a little run, and the field goal, the kicker get to come back out and redeem
Mhm.
himself.
It- That's why I'm gonna respect Darnold. He went out there, he made a play. The kicker, you gotta get it into the drop zone. Right
Uh-huh.
now, we're protecting the field goal kickers are kicking the ball, Deebo, from way deeper. We had to protect the 35-yard line. Now you gotta protect damn near the 50. So kick the ball deep and get the ball, like make a tackle within the 20, within the 25, knowing you gotta stop at least two first downs. You gotta stop 25 yards. The one thing I do respect from the defense was they didn't play bail. They didn't just back up and
Yes.
lead to it. That was man to man. That was a great throwing catch that they had to perform. It was tight coverage, and they back shouldered it to get they Jackson Smith and Jigba and Darnold made that play. It wasn't just like nobody on them. So I respect them for that, but that's why I feel like Darnold and them got credit for that. But at the end of the day, punt the ball deep. So I mean, kick the ball off deep. Don't get him all the way starting at the 40. So they need damn near 10 yards to be within these new kickers field goal range. So I think they did make a great play. You know what I'm saying? They had to do that. They didn't just play that backup defense. That man threw a great back shoulder fade. Smith and Jigba got his feet in. It was beautiful. But I think they needed to do better coverage. And then right there, I mean, it was a great play on the offense.
Yeah. They need more. They need more. Marvin Harrison. Kyler said after the game, he said he loved the way that he fought back and continued to play hard and continued to make plays. Obviously, he's probably going to he's probably going to go home thinking about that shit. But at the end of the day, again, it's football. We all make mistakes, but he continued to battle. You know, I
Yeah.
think that's a good job of Kyler, being a leader and,
Mhm.
instilling, some confidence into, his young player and letting him know, this is not the end all.
Mhm.
Anything could be turned around, just like you said. Dude had bad three quarters. And
Mhm.
in the fourth quarter, he was a big part of why they were able to turn it around.
Yep. 1,000%. I think that's a real great job of Kyler just giving his receiver that motivation and letting him know he's still there with him, and being able to fight through the first couple of quarters. I know you didn't mean to drop the ball. It's not
No
your intent to
question.
drop it. I know you want to do good. Seeing
Uh-huh.
when he gets in the end zone, how emotional he is with it. So I think it's a really good his quarterback supporting him, and just continue to you got it. Just it's he knows, you know what I'm saying? So like, people like, man, you gotta catch the ball. It's like this. Obviously, I know Marvin Harrison Jr. knows this more than we do. He's gonna be out there he's trying and he's gonna have to just do better. He's gonna have to get it done.
Yeah, Arizona needs to do better. I mean, the offensive line has to do better.
Yeah.
Too many pressures, too many sacks. Kyler needs to be able to throw the ball downfield.
Hmm.
I think he had, I don't know, maybe it was 7 or 8 passes that were actually behind the line of scrimmage. And Marvin obviously has to get out of the funk. He has to go in there and play better. And
Yeah.
their defense, they need to be more consistent. They gave up way too many explosive plays. You
Hmm.
know, so
Uh, Jigba was eating on the outside. Walker was breaking through a lot of those runs. Yeah, Darnold was converting. Darnold was doing a good job too, just using his legs, hitting Jackson Smith when he needed to. So I mean, I was honestly looking at the Seahawks like they were playing a really good game.
yeah, it's a really good game. Darnold did pretty good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Over there.
he wasn't turning the
18,
ball over.
right. 18 to 26, 240 yards, touchdown, I think
Mm-hmm.
I think he's starting to earn a little bit of that, 3-year, $100 million contract that Seattle gave him.
Come on, man. That's right around that 33 a year when you got dudes making 60,
Mhm.
55. That's just boom. Keeping it. And when you say
Hey,
33 is keeping it afloat, that's that dough.
hey,
So he's chilling.
no question. He doing what his pay. He's doing
Mhm.
what his pay says he should be able to do.
Boom. Right there. You know
Uh,
what I'm saying? And I love it. And just making sure and then man, maintaining the ship. You don't gotta do too much. One touchdown, zero
Defense,
turnovers.
hey, the defense is doing well. I didn't think they were as good as they were because when they played against my Steelers, I think that was just hate. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Like,
No,
because
for sure. For
yeah,
sure.
for sure, for sure. So I didn't. I see it now for sure, but
Hmm.
I couldn't see it then.
Yeah. No, because you had your goggles on. You had your Steeler goggles on, just basically like,
Mhm.
we're better than them. I don't know how they're gonna come in here and beat us. Not really just looking from the outside in. So now you looking from the outside. When they playing a different team, you looking like, okay, oh, I could actually see how they can get some things done.
For sure, for sure. Speaking of Steelers, man, my boy, my guy, Big Ben, he had a
Mm.
little, I guess he had a little bit of criticism for the vanilla Steelers defense ahead of the Ireland Vikings game. He said, to me, without studying our defense, it seems like we're pretty vanilla defense as it is. It doesn't feel like to me we're getting a lot of unique pressures, unique defenses. He said, even even no, I think even Coach Tomlin said today in his press conference, he said something along the lines of situational and circumstances are preventing them from doing things. And I don't know what that means exactly. He added that he isn't sure what's preventing Pittsburgh from trying new things, but he sure hoped for things to change in the scheme. Um, he suggested blitzing cornerback Jalen Ramsey and unique and utilizing linebackers in different ways. So when I came back in was it 2014? Yeah, 2014. I was with the Bengals in 13. Yeah, unretired.
Uh-huh.
Came back. They got me to come back. When I came back, Dick LeBeau was still the D coordinator, but they had changed that defense.
Okay.
And when he says it's vanilla, that is a true statement. They
Mhm.
changed the defense to make it easier to learn and understand so that players could play sooner. So with the true Dick LeBeau fire zone, there is a real life learning curve.
Mhm.
Like you could be in a defense that has you blitzing free, no responsibility, and they motion, and now you're locked up man on number three.
Yeah.
But that's like a single nuance that you have to know.
Mhm.
And every defense has one weakness. When you go and you try and change things to make it easier for player A or B to play, you create other weaknesses and gaps in
Mhm.
the defense.
No, no,
So
for sure, for
I
sure.
think what they're running into with guys being out of place, people not being covered, is they're changing things so much to try and make it simpler, but they're adding more gaps and holes
Mhm.
to the defense in the process.
Yeah. Well, do you remember the defense? Because I could speak on that. When I came in there in 2017, you were there too. And the way that the fire zones were and just the communication wise, I've been in, it was good for me because I've been in being able to it was different. It was simple. It was vanilla, like you said, but it was easy because everybody, you could be able to understand some stuff. Like you had to, if you communication, you had to be able to, in communication with the linebackers because the defensive backs, the safeties and the linebackers, if there's motions, there's going to has to be communications. People have to start covering people. You could turn from a, like you said, a blitzer with no responsibilities to guarding three, to guarding two. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So having that communication is big. And when Coach Tomlin is saying that we're calling vanilla things, they're just simplifying like just basically like cover twos and just not like everybody staying in the simplified spots, but that's making other positions be able to is errors. You know what I'm saying? It's making room for error. There's too much gray. Like you're saying, there shouldn't be gray. You should be able to do this. Player A can do this. Player B can do this. But if you start saying, "No, this dude is in this position," oh, we're gonna start trying to move it and make these changes. It makes too much gray. I just like when you, like you said, this is what it is. This is what it is, and you got to be able to communicate that and stand on it instead of being able to, nah, they can't make this play. We're gonna start moving and shifting things around. I don't. It creates confusion.
Yeah, well, what it does is, especially for when I got back, even go to last year, the playoff game with was it Baltimore last year? Was that last year with Baltimore playoff game we had? Was that Steelers playoff
No.
year before?
The when the Steelers the last time
Yeah,
they were in the playoffs, Brody, didn't
they
we?
played the Ravens or something, didn't they?
No, they played the Browns.
Are you sure? Or was it the last game of the? No, because Lamar was playing.
So it must have been the last game of the season. I don't know if it was the playoff game because we normally play the Ravens
Yes,
last
January.
game
They
of the
got
season.
beat by the Ravens in the wild card game. So
Okay.
I'm watching that game and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And the outside linebackers that's playing on the end, they're crashing down in the triple option to get to the fullback, where normally you play quarterback to pitch. What they had us do when we did it is we actually just ran down to smash the quarterback, is what
Yeah.
Coach LeBeau changed it to. When I saw the linebackers, the outside linebackers smashing down to try and get to the dive, I knew we was in trouble. They had changed it to something that I didn't even recognize. Like I even tweeted out, like, why are our outside linebackers crashing down on the dive? Like now you got Lamar out here free and you got a safety coming down full speed and you think he ain't gonna be able to get loose or pitch it off or whatever it may be. So that's like one of those things that I saw even from when I was gone that had changed. And like I
Yeah.
said, when I came back, I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, what's going on? They're like, yeah, we had to simplify it. We called it dumb it down. They said
Yeah.
they had to simplify it to make it easier for guys that they wanted to play now to be able to
Mhm.
play. Where before the learning curve was at least a year, if not two, before you could understand the whole concept of Dick LeBeau defense.
Mhm. No, I get that, but I would respect it. I like the way that you said it. About if you have a same coach that's there for a long time, that's creating a system that the player's going to have to eventually. It's going to take you a little learning curve to learn it, but once you get it, it's what the defense is. There's not going to be any grade. There's no mistakes there. I think that you got to take that time to get that learning curve in. But I know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Coaches like this. No, this young dude, he's good. We're gonna need to get him out on the field, no matter if he knows how to really handle this read option the correct way. We're just gonna
Mm-hmm.
make him take quarterback every time, and then somebody else is gonna have to come
Right. You try and simplify it
try to dumb it
but
down.
in that process, you
Mhm.
mess up everything else that comes off of that. So now you got to adjust this and you got to adjust that. So now the safety that's supposed to be, doing something else, now he got to come down and take care of that. So now you're trying to fix one thing here and one thing there, but you're really adjusting sometimes the whole defense from it, or at least half of it.
I, I think that should go back to at the end of the day too with that like they would have to just do a better job of training camp installs. You know what I'm saying? Making sure these things are getting drilled, making sure these things are getting worked on. Like just the simple things. You know what I'm saying? If you have dive, if you don't have dive, like these are the core values of the defense. This is what we have to do. You know what I'm saying? Like the two motioning dudes around, like figuring out that stuff. So that all starts, I think, in training camp too. But making sure like now just the time that they're using like no we're going to make it easier just being able to get out there. I don't like that particular way to do it.
Yeah. Steelers in Ireland, baby. So the
who
Steelers,
they who they
Steelers,
got
what you say?
who they got in Ireland?
Vikings. What are you talking about? The Vikings. We're gonna go ahead and beat them down over there. You know how it go, man. That's just
Okay.
that's just what we do. Anyway, the Steelers beat writer, they hinted at a renegade surprise in Ireland. I don't I don't know who's in control of this renegade surprise, but don't surprise me again like y'all did against Seattle and play it while Seattle about to kick the ball off so they could be hype as hell. Please don't
Play
do
it
that.
during our kickoff team.
Yes.
Our kickoff team.
No, 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 no. It was Seattle's kickoff
No, I'm
team.
saying but we need to
They,
play it during our
they need
kickoff
to play it on a third on defense
team.
right before it come up, or a fourth, something like that. You don't want the crowd screaming and hollering when the offense is on the field. You don't want their kickoff team getting hype while they're about to kick the ball off to us, and they doing is running down there with their hair on fire, 100 miles an hour, trying to knock somebody's head
Head
off.
off. Yep. Yep. You got to know the vibes. You got to know the time to play it
Please,
during
somebody,
our kickoff.
no question.
Yep.
Hey, let's get over here to your Browns, though.
Let's go.
Let's go. Dan Campbell, baby. He said the Browns have the best defense they have faced to date.
Yes.
Campbell said that Detroit's offense hasn't faced a defense as good as Cleveland yet. You see what they did to Green Bay? This defense is real. This is probably the best defense we've faced to date. What do you think of that statement?
This is what I'm saying. This is a smart coach. Dan Campbell, he knows the Browns are no bulletin board material here. He's trying to rub the ego. You know what I'm saying? He knows
Stroke
what he
that
has
mother.
on his
Stroke it.
stroke the ego. Tell me how good I am. Tell me how good I am. So now the Browns defense goes in there trying to chill. No. I love it though. Dan Campbell's a great coach. He's speaking facts. The Browns defense
Mhm.
is playing amazing. And I want them to continue to play with their head on fire, knowing that they're coming in against now Jabril Gibbs and Montgomery. You know what I'm saying? With those two-headed monsters that can really tote the ball. So I mean, I respect everything that Dan Campbell's saying. He's speaking facts, but at the same time, he's speaking to his team, knowing what they have on that side of the ball, what they have with their running game, and what they're trying to bring to the game. So I think it's going to be a big time, a really good game with the Browns defense coming in there with playing at such a high level, everybody making plays in all the different levels. But
Mhm.
Dan Campbell is basically speaking like, I know they're good, I know they're good, but talking to his team, he's ready to come out there and like try to establish their dominance because they're both physical teams. Like that's the thing. It's going to be line versus line, D line versus D line, all different D line versus offensive line. Both of them are going to be trying to establish their dominance. So I think it's going to be just a really good game to watch.
Oh yeah, no question. I like we do the same thing. You go ahead and coach Coach Kyle would tell us, like, yeah, you never give them bulletin board material.
Hmm?
You be respectful. You stroke their ego. You give them all the comments that all the compliments that you
Yes,
can. And what we go do is go out here and prepare to try and destroy them. He
thousand.
is a yeah. He's a coach that was a player. He knows how it goes. Like
Yeah, for
you
sure.
know what I'm
We're
saying?
gonna
Like
we're gonna respect them. You know what I'm
it's a
saying? We give everybody respect because that's what they deserve. They're an NFL team. They're coming out there, put their boots on. They're gonna do this regardless. If I say anything like, "Nah," the Browns like, "We gonna come out there and run over them." Now I'm giving them some reason to extra fire. No, let me
no
tell them
never.
how good they are. Just come in here thinking it's sweet, and then we're gonna bust your ass real quick, and then go about our business to the
Yeah.
next.
And I think that's what kind of happened with, Green Bay. They went in there thinking, oh, it's Cleveland. And we
Mhm.
go, we go in here and do it is what we do. And not thinking they really about to be in for a fight. And they ended up losing the game because they didn't realize how capable the defense was.
Debo, you
And
remember your man was talking about they was going undefeated before they played the Browns the whole season. They didn't just
goofy.
disrespect us. He wouldn't disrespected the whole league.
Whole league. You got to fight for your life for the next 14 weeks
Brother,
because of something you said in week two.
you know what I'm
Talk
saying?
about you go
And then the
undefeated.
first week after you said it, they done smacked up on you. Back out. Now you
Wow.
got a couple more. Yeah, 12 more of them.
Like, what are you talking about,
13.
man? That's just out of control, man.
Gotta watch your mouth sometimes, man.
No question. Speaking of defense, man, Kyle Hamilton defended Baltimore Ravens coordinator or today, saying the sky is not falling. They only 3 games into the season. Hamilton said it's unfair to put all the blame on him when there are 11 guys out there on the field and they're playing their hearts out, and he puts us in the right positions. It's it's just a matter of us doing the right stuff. The Ravens. What do you think he's saying? He's saying what we were saying before.
He's saying what we saying, man. The thing I love about Kyle Hamilton.
Trash. Y'all
No,
playing like trash.
you're playing bad. And the eye in the sky don't lie. Your man is catching the ball. And I think Kyle Hamilton is saying, how you gonna call on the coach when we're getting beat? We're not in the right spot. Somebody's running against them. Every play that shows us on the tape, somebody's not in position.
Tons
So
of missed
there's
tackles.
there's nothing that coach can do about that, but other than be on the field. Like if somebody knocks me out of my gap,
Hmm.
what the hell coach gonna call that's gonna make me better to be in my gap? You know what I'm saying? So I think Kyle is taking the responsibility of like,
Hmm.
end of the day, we're out there. We're not communicating right. If we were on the right page and if we were looking at the place and everybody was in their position and somehow we were getting beat, then that's a whole different situation. But
Right. If
coach is
they were
putting us in the
hitting
position to win.
weaknesses in the defense, then yeah, go ahead, throw that on the coordinator. But you're talking about guys being there, just not making the play, or guys totally blowing an assignment and not being where they're
Mhm.
supposed to be.
That's I,
Like you said, that's the 11 guys out there.
that's
That
11
has
guys out there. That
that
has
has, that
nothing.
has nothing to do. I mean, Baltimore is currently 32nd in total yards, 30th in run defense, 31st in pass defense, and 31st in points allowed. Like they're dead last. Like I don't know what else you could say. Like that's and when you like I said, when you watch the games, it's not that they're just getting, out of position. They're hitting weaknesses in the defense. It's nothing like that. They're getting beat, pushed around, missing tackles, missing assignments. Like at some point, you got to go out there and do your job. Hamilton
It,
also added, he said, I feel like sometimes Ravens can be a little spoiled, just like the amount of success this franchise has had. We lost 5 games in 2024, and the world is about to end. You think Ravens fans are I guess spoiled by the success.
I mean, for the last since Lamar Jackson's been there, they've won a lot of games. You know what I'm saying? I mean, going like their playoff success hasn't been great, but we're to the point now when we know the Ravens are going to be good. How far they're going to get in the playoffs? Can they beat the Chiefs? Can they beat the Bills? They've always been in AFC since Lamar Jackson's been there. So I can see them saying getting comfortable, but at the end of the day, the players got to walk into the stadium and win the games. So like if you're not performing to a high level and you're giving up, you have the 31st ranked defense in a lot of categories. That's not on the fans. You know what I'm saying? They have
Right.
reason to be like, this is like if you're like 15th or 10th or something like that, and they're like, man, come on, man. We remember when we were number one. No, y'all
Bruh.
last, fool. Like they got cause to pause and be like, you got to make some tackles. You got to make some
Right. We
plays.
like spoiled. Nah, nah. Listen, man, y'all dead last, if not second to last, in every category that you got defensively right now. So it's not about being spoiled. It's about y'all playing like absolute trash. And
Playing.
they're upset, dude. I remember,
Mhm.
like you said, I remember when we was when I was with the Steelers from 2007 when I started until 2012. We
Mhm.
went 1-1-5-2-1-1. That was our defensive ranking. Dude, when we were five, we were like, bruh, we are trash. We like, bro, we ass. Like, what are we doing out here, man? And that was, that was a five. It's not a situation like that. And the crazy thing
No.
is, like, some of the fans were saying the same thing, but we was a five ranked defense. Like, that
Yeah,
was
no, no, that now that right there is when there could be a little what did he say? What was he saying? The fans are a little spoiled.
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 Yes.
That's when you're a little spoiled. If you go
Yes.
from 1-1-2-5, man, what y'all doing out here? Spoiled. If you go from
Dude, we was
you go
arguing with
1-1,
each other like,
31.
bruh. You could ask RC. We was like, bruh, what's going like we trash. What's going on, bruh? Like, and we really thought we was trash. Like, we five. Like we try like what's going on? Like it's
That's a
for the team in
standard,
front of
bro.
us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, that's a standard though that y'all gotta set. That's lit.
Oh man, man. No question. That's like, bruh, that success that like just even when I came in, that was just what it was. Like my OGs, Jason Gill and Joey Porter, like
Mhm.
this is what it is. This is the standard. Like, and they went out there, did it, showed it, worked it
Yep.
from off the field to on the field, and everything that they did was in pursuit of a championship, dude. Like, do you sense that Baltimore's championship window might be starting to close here?
I don't think that it's starting to close. I think that
Do you
the
think the fans may think it's starting to close then?
I think the fans may start. I think the fans may start. I think the fans are just worried about right now. They still got Lamar. As long as you got Lamar, they got a chance. But I think that the
Hey,
defense,
they ain't happening, dude. They got
this,
Lamar, and look what's
this,
happening.
I mean,
They
the
can't, they
defense,
can't, they can't get over how bad the defense is.
the defense, like I said, with Kyle Hamilton, I know he's a baller, and I know that they have players. It's not the players. The players have to play better. And if they don't start playing better, it's going to continue to show. And I don't think it's nothing that the defensive coordinator can do. So I think that these dudes got to start physically, individuals, each 111 start playing better, looking at the tape, making sure that they make these plays. So I mean, I'm not gonna root them out, but at the same time, I mean, I'm not. It's not looking good.
Listen,
You gonna root
anytime
them
you
out?
waste the talents of Lamar Jackson, it's not like every year it's going to be the same. He's going to start to decline at some point,
Mm.
and you need to be able to take advantage of that. You're not going to have those same 53 guys on the roster each year. And when you lose one guy at this position or that position that was a key, role player, that can be the difference between you getting in the playoffs, not getting in the playoffs, winning the Super Bowl, not winning the Super Bowl. I think it's a little bit of a window starting to close, especially if they cannot fix that defense, because it's almost like it doesn't matter what he does. If they don't score every possession, they're not going to be able to win because the defense is dead last in everything and can't stop nothing. Like,
Yeah. No,
I
you're
mean,
right. If the defense doesn't improve, they don't stand a chance. 1,000%. I'm saying, can they? Do you think they can improve? Is the question. Do you think they will improve? Is the question. Do you?
that's that's the that's the hard thing. I think I don't know who they get to play next. I think they need a game that is like one of those easier games. Like, yo, we got to fight a little, but and then like go out there and have tremendous success. I think it'll give them some confidence. But you're just like the missing tackles thing is hard. That's something. I mean, I know it's early. I hope they don't fix it at least before they play the Steelers twice. Like that's it. Like I tell you what, they play the Chiefs this week, right? I think they play the Chiefs this week and Kansas City. All right, so this is what I'm gonna do, or this is what I'm gonna say, dude. There's no way they shouldn't beat Kansas City, but if they lose that, they ain't gonna get it fixed this year. If they win that, they got a possibility of getting it fixed this year. Joe, where you at? Joe, you hit mute.
Yo, yo, yo.
You hit mute, bro.
Oh no,
I'm
somebody
looking
wild
like,
out.
what is he? Is
Hold
he?
on,
Is
my
he?
bad. My bad. I said I
I
want to
thought you was
see.
miming.
I know. I was over. I said. Okay, my bad. My
Like,
bad. My bad. No more mute. No more mute. I was trying to say, I'm trying to figure out how the game is played out though. You said they played the Chiefs. I heard you clearly though, Deebo. Me and you, we never lost. I want to see how the game plays out. I want to see what the defense looks like, what they can do against Patrick Mahomes. If they can create some sacks, if they can get some turnovers, if they can just
Mhm.
be in their gaps, if they just don't have people running around like scot free. You know what I'm saying? Like just play, trying to have a good game as a defensive team. No bust, just looking fluid, looking like they're running some stuff. So, I mean, offensive wise, like we said, but that's the thing too with the Ravens playing against it's Patrick Mahomes and it's the Bills for Lamar
Mhm.
Jackson. I think during the regular season, he's going to ball out regardless. I think he's going to hoop because that's just what he does. I just want to see when the game gets close, is it tight at the end, the fourth quarter? Who's going to make those plays? Whose defense is going to make those stops? Because I don't think it's going to be a blowout. You know what I'm saying? I think that these two teams, they're really, really capable. But once you get to the fourth, that's what's going to determine what happens in the game.
Hey, I got a question.
Yes.
Remember a dude named Orlando Brown Jr.?
Yes, I do.
Well, he said his welcome to the NFL moment came from you. Let's take a listen, bro.
And I see him dip low, and he lit my big ass up.
What was your welcome to the NFL moment?
People never expect to hear this, but I got TJ Watt one-on-one all game, played my ass off. I was out there snapping. But early in that game, like the first series, pulled around on a toss crack, and I see Joe Haden, it's me and him. I'm just kicking out the corner, and I see him dip low, and he lit my big ass up. Man, I was seeing stars, tingly on the right side, and it was right in front of Mike Tomlin. I'll never forget. Because I'm pulling, I'm like, man, it's a 5'10" corner. What the hell is this dude gonna do?
Yeah,
Man,
Debo. I
he hit me
told you,
so hard,
Debo.
bro. That was like, for me, that was like a wake-up call. Like, all right.
Damn, it's different out
Yeah,
here.
yeah. I don't know if I've been caught slipping like that
Yeah.
since.
Yeah, Debo. Yeah, Debo. You heard it. You heard it. I live ways, Debo. Come on, man.
Well, hey, got you one.
Bro,
Okay.
I'm trying to tell you, that's the one thing I
You
pride
remember it?
myself. I definitely remember that, bro. I lifted his ass up so good right in front of Coach T. Same foot, same shoulder. I need that.
Hey, on the way in though, what was you thinking?
I'm thinking he thinks I'm slipping. He thinks he's gonna fold me. I got something for his ass. That's what I'm thinking. And I'm in front of the bench. Yeah. I'm like this. You get same foot, same shoulder. I need all that. Deebo?
Yeah, see, he was hoping you wasn't gonna come in there with that. He was probably looking to go ahead, swallow you up, just grab like that.
Just go ahead and yes. Cool. Whoa.
I said, Deebo, swallow you up. Pause.
Whoa. Yep. Pause. Admirable. Pause.
No question.
But Deebo, I'm trying to tell you, this is the one thing that you always said that the coach would say this too, like everybody got something dirty to their job.
No question.
Everybody got something dirty. And if you the end man, you got a nub in and this crack replace, you got to replace. If there's a pulling edge, you got to come set that edge. And I respect it. I love being the cover corner, but at the same time, I'm not afraid to come hit. Like, that's what football is. Ever since we was a kid, we're trying to I'm trying to catch somebody slipping or anything like that. So now I'm like, all right, bet these big dudes, whatever, they come around the corner, but I'm not going to do it. I don't have to do it every single play because I'm a corner. But when I do have to get my hat dirty, I'm going to come in this joint and get my hat dirty. And that's why I love people on my team. They respect it because I love tackling. You know what I'm saying? I never duck contact.
Oh, no question. You got to come in there. One of them times, at least early, and you got to give them what they looking for or what they ain't looking for. They thinking you go come in there and do a shake. You come in there and raise on him. Now that next one, don't come in there like that. He go dive at you.
No, Deebo, no, Deebo. I want no more parts of Orlando now. He would have came and smacked me, but I had to get my one off on him for sure.
Oh man.
I want no parts of Orlando now, brother. No. I gave him that one early.
The Eagles, man, they going down to Tampa. Baker Mayfield said traveling early won't help the Eagles with the heat. What's the hottest game you ever played in? What's the hottest weather you ever played in?
Man, I could just say the hottest weather I ever played in had to be when I was at the University of Florida during training camps at Florida.
Okay.
Training camps in Florida was the hottest weather I've ever been in my life. Had to be in the hundreds for sure. And you would just look out, Deebo, and you would just see, like, you'll be looking at your homie. But if he was like 10 yards away from you, it'd look like you could see heat waves in between.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like this, what the fuck is that? You know what I'm saying? And the coach Marvin be like, yeah, that's hell. I'm like, oh my God. And you'll just be standing there. Sometimes you wouldn't know why you were so exhausted because you'll just be drenched. Your socks just mushing everything.
Down to your shoes, yeah.
Wet, down to your shoes. Just your shoes are wet. I'm like this. I didn't do nothing in the water. It's hot out here. And then you got to change your socks because it's like you have literally drenched, wet, and you just get the exhaustion happens. You could just be standing there and just sweat running down your body. And it's humid. The humidity. It's just that heat that when you step outside, it's just sweaty and muggy. So like Florida Gator camp heat, nothing like it. And we was on turf.
Oh my, yeah.
Yes.
Oh man, that's crazy.
Your feet are on fire too. They're burning at the bottom.
Yes. That's like training in AZ, dude. Like literally standing on ice in between reps to cool your cleats off because your feet is burning. Like you can't do it no other way, dude. It don't happen. I don't know why you would travel early just for the heat. Like
a day ain't gonna adapt you.
Right. What we would do is when we had a game that was supposed to be like warm or something, you just go to the indoor, they blast the heat up. And, you adapt that way. That way you get a whole week of trying, especially, up north. It's cold, whenever you're going down there, a little in between the seasons. So throw you inside, throw the heat up.
Exactly.
And
the
keep
indoor facility. Exactly.
Yeah. Unless they just wanted to go early because you down there in Tampa,
Oh no, that's the opposite, Deebo.
I don't know. Hey, coach might want to go early. Everybody ain't playing physically the game.
The main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing.
Yeah, you keep the main thing, but you and I both know that some people don't always keep the main thing the main thing.
I know. That's why I would have brought them down last minute.
Last minute, I'm bringing it down late as possible. Y'all go get a good night's sleep. We go land, have
For
this meeting, get a good
sure.
night's sleep. Then we go pop up and play
Yes.
this game.
Good little food, good little
Uh-uh.
meeting.
I ain't giving you no free time, dude.
No, bed check
Can't.
too. I'm
But
bed
hey,
checking. Bed checks. I'm
yes.
bed checking.
Listen, man,
Sorry.
I'm gonna tell you. So I went and we go out to California, dude, and we leave early. I'm like, dude, why are we leaving early, dude? Like we was there for like 2 or 3 days before the game. I'm like, yo, I do not like this at all. Like, and curfew, like curfew. You go curfew me on a day that you wouldn't even curfew me at the crib. So why you go? It ain't like I'm gonna go nowhere.
Yeah.
It's the fact
It's
that
just
you
the
just
principle.
told me I couldn't even
It's
if I
just the
wanted
principle.
to.
It's the principle.
Yeah, just the principalities.
The
And like
principalities.
I don't I don't like that. And when you go Cali the other way, you get time. So you could actually, afford to leave a little later. I would think, but I don't know. But that was the only time. Actually, that's the only time I've ever went early for a game.
It was a Cali trip.
Yep.
I
And that
think
was with Cincinnati, but any other time, we don't go early. We go at the normal time. Make sure you get yourself in bed early. That's it.
I think we did the same. We tried to go. I think we went out there. I think we might have went the day early, but the crazy part, we only went a day early, but we kept the time the same time.
Mhm.
Like we left so we would go to sleep. We were acting like we were still in like Pittsburgh while we were in LA. Like with the
Mhm.
times and with the curfews and with the schedule.
Right.
So nobody would really like throw it off. So when you got out there, you kind of tried to go to sleep same time. Like it was literally like we were still there playing at a like 4 o'clock game instead of being something like that. Well, however they did it, but the mathed up, so we didn't change our time clock in our head at all. It was actually dope.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So Shane, is that Steichen?
Mm.
Uh, he said Matthew Stafford is probably one of the best to ever do it. Do you think Stafford is a Hall of Famer?
I I do. 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 I'm gonna give it to my bulldog. He won us. This is the thing. People always say, well, he got him a Super Bowl too. So for everybody else's stats, but just me as a watching him throw the ball, what he did all of those years in Detroit, I'm not gonna knock him for not being able to win playoff games or make them go deep into spots in his career. I don't think that's his fault. I think that he had him and Calvin Johnson, his numbers and the way that he performed and the way that he fought through injuries and the way that he basically led Detroit was kind of the only bright spot out there for a long time. I don't think that's his fault. And then for him to be able to go to the Rams in that year, go win a Super Bowl, being able to show like if I do have a squad with me, if I am surrounded by great players, you know what I'm saying, with defense, offense, coaching staff, I'm not the reason why we weren't successful. You know what I'm saying? I think he was there for a little bit longer in Detroit. That I think he would, if he would have went somewhere else, he could have more Super Bowls. Maybe not, but it's seen that he did go somewhere, win one, and with his numbers, with the way that I see him just throwing the football, with his numbers, with from the eye test, he looks like just all the different angles, all the different passes he can complete. I'm a fan of his. I played him in college. He played at Georgia. I was at Florida. So I've been watching his career ever since he got drafted. So he's definitely in my eyes, and just his consistency, longevity, great dude, stayed out of trouble, been a consistent leader. You know, if you got Matthew Stafford, he's not going to be in the press. He's not going to do any drama. He's going to bring football. He's going to be a great quarterback. He's not going to do anything to make your franchise to down your franchise or make them any stain on it. So I respect him. I really, really like Matthew Stafford. I think that he's a Hall of Famer, and I don't think he's done yet. I think he's still
Mhm.
going to play. He's still got a couple more years left, and yeah, for sure. I definitely think Matthew Stafford's a Hall of Famer.
I don't know if I'll say he is or isn't a Hall of Famer. I'm
Mhm.
just not 100% on like his total body of work, especially with when he was in Detroit.
Mm-hmm.
I think, he had Calvin. That's that's a big help. But I don't know. It feels like now that if a quarterback goes and wins a Super Bowl and has the eye test of numbers, then it's like he's automatically a Hall of Famer. It's not. Yes, you have a great run here and there, like he did with LA. You have quarterbacks that do the same thing, have a couple great runs, get a Super Bowl, and now it's Hall of Fame. I think it has to be like more to it. Like, did I fear that player when was I concerned about that player? Like when you play certain quarterbacks, you're like, okay, we know that we got to make sure we don't let him beat us. Like we gotta play tight. We gotta secure our tackles. And then there's some quarterbacks you like, you know what? Wait for your opportunity. At some point, he go hit you in the face with the ball. You know, so I don't know if just one, two, three, years of a good run, great run, whatever it may be, is Hall of Fame. I just feel like I'm not saying like this about any particular one person, but I just feel like it's getting easier to
No,
get
for sure.
into the Hall of Fame.
You feel like
It's
some of it's a
really
Hall of
it's
Great.
right. It's really getting a little like watered down, like Deion Sanders was saying, like they need to have a different room for, you know, guys that are those, first ballot type guys or something like that. Cause, right now it seems, if you're like a head coach and you got to win a record, you got a Super Bowl, now you're Hall of Fame,
I
Um,
you so you I know what you're saying. You're not trying to just let everybody go hard. Is this more of
right.
thinking more quarterbacks with a Super Bowl?
My thing is this: did you change the game? Did they did they fear you, respect you? Did they have to do everything like it was game plan to stop you? Or was it a situation where, you know what, we need to stop this? Like you go into a game and you're like, you know what, hey, we're not going to let this running back beat us. We're going to stop the run, and they're going to have to use their quarterback, and he's going to have to throw them into a win.
Mm-hmm.
That's things that we would do, especially like under Dick LeBeau. We know that they pass the ball great, whatever it is. Okay, we're going to do everything we can to double the stars. You know what I'm talking about. You double this
Yeah,
receiver,
yeah,
you
yeah,
double that
yes,
receiver.
yes,
We're
yes,
going to take them
yes.
away and make them have to beat us either running the ball, which they're not going to do,
Mm-hmm.
or using a different receiver. So my thing is, if they didn't game plan for you like that, and now you have the numbers to go with it, you impacted the game. Maybe you changed the game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Hines Ward, they Hines Ward changed the game. They made crackback rules because of Hines Ward. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
like in a time where they weren't passing like now, right? That was a person that they had to game plan for. Hines was going to do catch that rock and still bust your middle linebacker in the mouth.
Yeah.
Like players like that is like, okay, yeah, I can see that right there, the total body of work. But coming in, you know, 2, 3
I
good
want definitely.
runs, Super
Yeah, no.
Bowl.
I think the Hall of Fame talk is a really good talk about just the how we think people should be able to get in. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
is it on not only a couple of runs, like you said, different rooms, and not first ballot Hall of Famers. Those dudes are
Right.
treated differently. When is he ever going to? Could he ever get into the Hall? Fourth ballot,
Mhm.
fifth ballot. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? There's definite levels to the first ballot Hall of Famer. You
Like
know
look
those
at
ones.
look at
You know what I'm saying?
Terrell Owens. If
Mm-hmm.
you take Terrell Owens and you take his numbers and you put everything up there and you erase his name, first ballot. But because he was Terrell Owens and the reporters and all the other stuff didn't like the dude, this is their chance now to, I ain't like him, so I'm gonna get my get back. I'm gonna hold him out.
No,
there's no way. Like, it's no way.
He ended up getting in, but that's exactly
but that's exactly what I'm saying. The people that are making these judgments, they have their own personal vendettas of their own with different players to, this is my time to go ahead and assert my dominance. Now I can get some revenge for whatever it is that it may be. Look at AB.
Hey, look, brother,
look at AB.
I was about
AB will not. I do not believe AB will get in first ballot. I don't believe. I believe it will be another TO situation where if he gets in, if he gets in, think about this.
That's what
these guys voting for it. Now, if you cut
that's what he's saying.
His numbers there, you take out all the off field. You take all the stuff that wasn't actually football out of it, and you just look at his work, his numbers.
First ballot, boy.
Yes.
And what are we talking about? Like, 1,000%.
The chances are he may not see it until it's way past that.
He's not going to see it.
Dude, he might get senior category. Since
they did it to TO, and he was on the field, and they gave him like second or third. AB, well, like you see, like we both just said.
Dude, T.O. was way longer than second or third.
No, what was T.O.? When did T.O. get it?
They had him waiting. It had him waiting years, bro. It had to be like 10 years.
T.O.
How many times was it that T.O.?
What ballot? When we found the ballot he got in. Yeah, but you say, so I know T.O. waited a couple of ballots, but you say
he waited more than a couple, bro. He literally just got in, not even 5-6 years ago, right?
Well, if you got in 5, but don't you gotta wait at least 5 once you retire.
No, I'm saying like how many ballots he went through.
Oh, you say he went through 5 ballots.
He ain't get into the third.
Okay. Third ballot. Yeah.
He should have been first off rip.
He should have been first off rip. That's what we in the same.
Like what?
But looking crazy, he made it to the third. Like,
Calvin first.
Calvin first.
On 8 years.
Calvin clean.
Right. Clean.
Calvin crystal
got all
clean.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they liked him.
They love that.
Voters.
Obviously,
yes.
you're gonna get stuff for that, for sure.
Yes.
But I'm saying, so what? I mean, I just know as a talent, AB's Hall of Fame, like crazy Hall of Fame, like that room that Dion talking about Hall of Fame, that other room Hall of Fame. But then when you want to say you're gonna add in like, is it a Hall of Fame like the way that he acted, whatever? People want to put that in. So then
it ain't people. It's them 40-something people that are voting. These
40-something people. That's what I'm talking about. Them people
get to go ahead and take their revenge. Like pure numbers.
Everybody,
come on, stop it.
Everybody know.
But like, I don't.
It's 12:06.
At some point, the guys that's in there, they need to be like, you know what? The guys that's in are the guys that's going to vote other guys in. They know ball. These dudes out here taking revenge.
Yeah, no. It's Hall of Fame. Say, hey, I gotta look at I'm gonna check. I gotta check I gotta
check the voters. Check who the voters are.
The voters. We're gonna check on the voters. Got to.
Yeah, for sure. Like, dude, I really don't understand it.
God damn.
Anyway, we about out of time. Look here, man. We want to thank y'all again for joining us on this episode. Deebo and Joe. Please hit the like and subscribe button and watch the Steelers game Sunday at 9:30. And we'll be back here on Monday. Joseph, you have anything to say to the people?
Yes, I do. Make sure you come check in on us Monday live. We will have the report from what happened on the Steelers game in Ireland, what they look like, and my good old brownies.
Hey, go ahead and listen. Drink a pint of Guinness. And we out.